Hey, it's Emily and this is going to be a kind of reading vlog sort of thing. So it is currently Saturday the 29th of April, so it's the first like May bank holiday weekend, so I have Monday off of work, which is great. And I thought I'd just do a little reading vlog over a period of time. I don't know how long this is going to go for. We'll see. But yeah, I'm currently at my grandma's, staying at hers for like just 2 nights. My plans for today is to read my current read, which is Some Kind of a Wonderful. I started it last night and I'm on page 152. So I'm getting through it quite quickly. I also have the audiobook on BorrowBox, so I'll probably put it in my ears when we go around town, which we're about to go out to. I don't know why I'm out of breath, I've just run up the stairs. So yeah, we are going into town, in my grandma's local town, and there's 2 Waterstones. So obviously I'm going in, and I've already checked online because I want to buy the book The Plotters by Kim Eun-soo, I think is the name. And it's assassins, and as we've already discovered, assassins is like my niche now. I love thrillers with assassins, so I'm gonna look for that. I had a look online and they have it in store in one of the Waterstones. But no, I'm just flying through this. This will be book 12, I think, for April for me. So it's been a very good reading month, like very good. So I'm hoping it will keep going, especially with like the bank holidays we've got this month. We've been spoiled with 3 Mondays off work, I think. So yeah, it's great. Yeah, that's pretty much it from me for now. Actually, should I give a summary about the book? So I bought this in the works and had like 5 Giovanna Fletcher books for like a tenner. And I've read Billy and Me before. I've read her most recent one, I think, which is Walking on Sunshine. So I picked up this. Yeah, so far it's so good. So it's about this girl, Lizzie, or girl, she's like 28, and she's been with her boyfriend for 10 years since they were at university, and she's always just like, when's he gonna propose? And they go on a nice trip to Dubai together, and on literally the last night he's like, I'm not feeling this anymore, and she thinks he's gonna propose and he does the opposite. So it's about her finding her feet again, rediscovering herself. That's what I know. But yeah, I'll do some b-roll in town when I do some shopping, and I'll hopefully, I want to get at least to page 200, 250 today. Depends what we do when we come back from town. So speak to you then. So it is now Sunday morning, about 11 o'clock I think, maybe half 11. I've completely lost track of time this morning. But yeah, so in regards to reading, I did get through quite a bit more of Some Kind of Wonderful yesterday. I got to about page 270-ish, so I hit my goal of 250. However, I have read more today already. I'm on page 301 now, up to chapter 30. So I've got about 80, 90 pages left, so I can definitely finish this off today, which is the plan anyway, because I'd like to start tomorrow, which is the 1st, with a fresh new book with my May TBR, which is going up tomorrow. I'm enjoying it so far. Do you know what I'm feeling? 3.54, I guess. Like, it's just a wholesome, easy read. Like, it's not blowing me away, but it's like a comfort read. I feel like I can go to Giovanna Fletcher now after reading 3. Like, this is my 3rd. Either Giovanna Fletcher or Sophie Kinsella for the same kind of experience. One of those kind of books. I did go shopping yesterday, and so I thought I'd do a quick little haul here, because I did buy 4 books. My grandma said she'd get me a couple, gave me some money towards some books, and then I bought one in the works myself as well. So yeah, I'll start with the first one that I picked up, which is the reason I wanted to go to Waterstones. I've been eyeing up this book for a couple of days. I say a couple of days like I only heard about it recently, and it's just been all I can think about, like that's been the book I want next, and that's The Plotters by Eun-Soo Kim. This is about assassins. We all know that's my favourite thing at the minute. So it's about a hitman. He always gets his like orders from the plotters, and it's very strict. They're like, bam, 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 do it like this. And one day he decides to let the lady die how she chooses, and the plotters are not very happy, and he realises that they've now put a hit on him. Yeah, I'm just so intrigued, you know. The other one I picked up was Tokyo Express, which is something I've been wanting to read for a long time, but I only found like really nice, I mean they're really nice editions, but they're expensive. So I finally found this edition. I hadn't seen this one before, and it's nice and floppy, and I just love the colours on the front cover. But this is a Japanese crime mystery set on board Tokyo Express, funnily enough. But yeah, it's set on board a train. Maybe that's not even right, I don't even know, but I'm intrigued and can't wait to read it, and it's nice and short. The other one in Waterstones I got is Wrong Place, Wrong Time. I only really picked this up because it was on the buy one get one half price table, and my mum also picked one up from the table, so it worked. But literally in the last few days, like in the last week or so, I've seen it everywhere, and from what I gather it's about this woman who sees her son murder someone, and then you go back in time and back in time and back in time. She gets to relive it, or I don't really know. It says how do you stop a murder when it's already happened, so yeah, I'm just intrigued. Everyone seems to be talking about this at the minute, so that's that one. And then the one I picked up in the works, so I went to the works first, saw this book and was like, yeah, cool, like looks good, put it back down, and then while I was in Waterstones, in the other shops, I couldn't stop thinking about it, so I went back at the end of the day. I was like, can I run back to the works, and grabbed it because it was only £2.50. It was in the 3 for £6 deal, but I didn't want to buy any others, so I just got the one, and that is Who is Maud Dixon. I don't know, I was just drawn in by the cover, and it's about this woman. So she's working with this author called Maud Dixon, but it's a pseudonym, so she's trying to find out who she really is. She's then in like a car accident, I believe. Yeah, she wakes up in hospital following a car crash, but Florence knows that Maud was there too, but no one believes her. Moreover, if Maud has vanished, there are rightly shoes to fill, and maybe Florence can make her mark after all. So, I don't know, I was just intrigued. It sounded interesting. So that's my little haul. I'm gonna go crack on, do some reading for a bit before F1 starts at midday, and then I will be going out on a walk with some family members that I haven't seen in a long time, so I'm looking forward to that. So I'll give you an update later on. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. My appetite, don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak just my mind. Oh. Hey, so it is now actually Wednesday morning before work. I feel like I have a lot to update you on, but also not. I haven't read anything in the last couple of days, have I? On Sunday, I did end up finishing Some Kind of Wonderful to wrap up April. I gave this 3.5 stars. Like, it was enjoyable, easy, just like a comfort read in a way. Like, it's just, I knew that I was going to enjoy it. It wasn't anything special. It was just kind of a bit like, okay, it ended. And yeah, it was just a very quick, easy read. So I probably won't hang on to this copy. I haven't decided yet, but it was, yeah, it was fun. I'm glad I read it. Aside from that, there's not a lot really else to say about this one. Yeah, it was alright. Alright. I do want to read more from Giovanna Fletcher, so this is my third one done, and I've got 3 more on my shelves. I've got Always With Love, Dream a Little Dream, and You're the One That I Want, so I have got a few more on my shelves to read. Then on bank holiday Monday, I joined Chloe's reading sprints, and I did read a bit before as well. I started it in the morning, but I picked up Gallant. I've taken off the hardcover, the dust jacket, because I'm still reading it. I read 200 pages and got to chapter 19 on our sprints, and I was going to try and read this all in one day because it really isn't that long. I think I've got an hour left of the audiobook, maybe. I've got about 100 pages left, so I can very easily do that in an hour. I then went very last minute back to the town that I'm moving back to, and I went there last night as well, so I'm shattered from the driving, and that's why I haven't been reading. I didn't read anything last night because I was just so tired from the drive, because late night driving back along the M25 is exciting. But yeah, so Gallant, I just love this edition, and I'm glad I'm enjoying it. So yes, there you go, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would, and the plot is slightly different than what I thought. For some reason I thought she inherited a house, but no, she's invited back to Gallant by her uncle. But however, when she gets there, her uncle, he's dead, and it's an old letter, or it's a bit like, where did that come from? She meets her cousin, and her cousin's like, you shouldn't be here. And her mum said in her journal before she died, don't go back, you're safe as long as you're away from Gallant. Spooky stuff has happened. Yeah, I definitely want to finish this. I just love the, I was talking to Chloe about it, well, I said I was talking to Chloe on the sprints, and she said how she like enjoyed the aesthetic. And I think, yeah, I enjoy the aesthetic and the vibe. So my plans for today, I've got work, I'm in the office, I'm going to leave probably in about 10 minutes. I'll read this on my lunch probably, and then, although I've got much for lunch today unfortunately, but then I will probably pick it up in the evening. I need to schedule the reading sprints that me and Rebecca are doing next week. Yeah, that's about it really. I've also had the notification on my phone today that the audiobook that I reserved for Surprise Me by Sophie Kinsella has come in early, so I can read that next. However, I am tempted to read 5 Years From Now, because Rachel said that she flew through that in 24 hours, so I'm now kind of leaning towards that one, but I am open to just putting it off one more book. It's not going to make too much of a difference. So with that, I'm going to probably head off to work. Last night I treated myself to McDonald's. I stopped at Cobham Services twice yesterday, on the way up and on the way down, and got McDonald's for dinner. On that note, I'll talk to you at some point, maybe tonight, probably not. I'll probably not forget, but be too tired and fall asleep. But yeah, adios. So it is now, what day is it? Thursday morning, and last night I did finish Gallant. I gave it 4 stars. I did enjoy it, and I really enjoyed the atmosphere and like the writing I really liked, so I'll definitely pick up more from V.E. Schwab. It didn't like blow me away. I got lost a little bit at the end when all the drama was happening, but I still really enjoyed it, and getting work notifications. And yeah, I definitely will be keeping this. I do think the edition's stunning, and I'm glad I enjoyed it, because I would be sad if I didn't. Yeah, it was really, really good, and I enjoyed the audiobook. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've already spoken about what it's about. That's pretty much it. So that was book 40, I think, for the year so far. Love it. And then afterwards, I only listened to the prologue yesterday, but my audiobook for Surprise Me came in early from the library, which isn't even on my May TBR officially, but I reserved the audiobook and it just appeared early, so I decided to pick that up last night. I only listened to literally the prologue, maybe part of chapter 1, not much, I think it was literally just a prologue, but I'm now on page 72, so listened to that this morning. It's currently 9:30, so I listened to it while I was straightening my hair this morning. And yeah, so I'm now just going to work. I could start late today because I had a blood test, so I've already been to the doctor's. And yeah, I'm gonna probably listen to this on my lunch. I'm going into work in the afternoon and I'm going into the basement to tidy up. I'm feeling we need to tidy up, so me and one of my colleagues, we're having a tidy up at the office. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today, and I'll check in if I do read anything. Oh, also I noticed this morning a little gift note inside. So this was from Karis, so thank you Karis if you're watching. But it says, congrats on 500 subscribers, Emily. Hope the surprise in the title of this book doesn't involve spectacle snatching. So if you know, you know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to crack on with this. I reckon I've probably got maximum 3 hours left of the audiobook, so I could do it today if I wanted to, but we'll see, we'll see. So I'm about to head off into the office. I thought I'd give a quick update. The door is opening. I've just had a traumatic experience involving a wasp, which my mum, so I sent a video to the family group chat being like, what do I do? My mum thought it was a hornet. My dad was like, that's not a hornet, that's just a basic wasp. And he was like, next time you send a video, please don't look so pathetic. And I was like, I'm trying. Like, I just didn't know what to do. It was huge. It was like 1 inch long. Anyway, the book. So I haven't read much more. Like, I've just had like 10 minutes of my lunch before I drive into the office, and I got to page 104 now. It's annoying I'm not stopping at a chapter, but I stopped at a paragraph break that I thought would be a fine one to stop at. But yes, so I realised I didn't actually talk about what this is about. So Surprise Me by Sophie Kinsella follows this couple, Dan and Sylvie, and then when they're celebrating their 10-year anniversary together, they've been together 10 years, and they get told that their health is in amazing condition and they'll probably make it to 100, and they realise that that makes their marriage potentially go on for another 70 years. And then they're like, how do we keep things interesting? So then they start creating this plan that they can surprise each other. They do lots of little surprises to just make it more interesting. However, they start to find out a lot more about each other and see how much they actually really do know about each other after 10 years. So yeah. Oh my god. Oh, there's another wasp. Oh my god. Is it the same wasp? Because I never actually saw the other wasp leave. It just went silent, so I assumed it went out the window. Okay, I'm gonna go deal with this other wasp, and I need to be in the office very soon. I thought this could be good vlog entertainment. Me trying to get this wasp out the window with my TBR game. But I don't know what to do. Why is it so big? Oh, it's on a photo. What is it doing? Okay, it flew off. It flew off, it's fine, it's fine. I'm hoping that was the only one and it was just chilling from when before, because I never actually saw it leave. Oh, okay. My dad, when I sent the video, was like, how are you going to survive when you move out in a couple of months? And I'm like that. That's how. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me high and dry. So it's been, I don't know where the sun's gone, it's been beautiful all day, and now it's just absolutely tipping it down. So we love that. But I'm back from work, and because I was listening to the audiobook while I was doing some things at work. I did a bit of tidying, organising after the events that we had recently, and just things like emptying the dishwasher. I just listened to my audiobook, and I've just figured out where I got to, and I got to page 171. So yeah, I'm making some solid progress with that, so that's not too bad for today, pretty much, apart from like 3 pages. I've read that all today. So I mean, I have just been listening to it, I haven't physically read any of it really. Today is also the voting day, the elections. That's what the word is. And so I'll be doing that tonight. I don't know how much more I'll read of this because I got up really early this morning. Maybe try and get to halfway today. We'll see. I don't even know. I think it's about 400 pages. 384. So half of that is 150 plus 42. So 192. So if I can, yeah, read another like 20 pages easily, I can get to halfway. And yeah, I will be flying through it. Like I said about this one, Some Kind of Wonderful by Joanna Fletcher. They're very easy to fly through. They're kind of on the same sort of vibe. Yeah, just comfort. Actually, I just noticed both of these start with a couple that have been together 10 years and they're celebrating their 10-year anniversary. But this one they break up, and this one they're like spicing things up. It's good so far. I mean, only recently, it took literally maybe 100 pages to get to the bit when they're like, let's create surprises for each other. I just noticed my hair. How lovely. So we're getting through that, but like all the surprises have been really naff. Neither of them have liked the surprise that the other person has done. The guy is being honest about it. He's like, no. Whereas she's like, oh, you're so kind and generous. I would have been like, thanks, but next time. Like, I'm grateful, but yeah, aside from that, still enjoying it. Another quick Sophie Kinsella. I have another one on reserve from the Borrowed Box app, which is I Owe You One, which I think is on the same similar vibe. I mean, they all sort of are really, aren't they? But I have got that over there, so I'll probably read that in June. I think that's when I get it, unless it comes super early again like this one did. I'll keep cracking on. This is my third book in this vlog, so yeah, I can even hold up all 3 books. Oh, because I'm so lazy I haven't put the other 2 on my shelves yet. Yeah, I'll catch up with you at a later point, probably soon. Probably not again tonight, I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite tired. So welcome to my lounge. There's an antler dog too. So I haven't read much. I have actually. I've listened to a tiny bit more since I've moved my bookmark, but yeah, quite a bit more. I reckon I'm about page 300 now. Roundabouts, it means I've got about 84 pages left of this. This is today's Friday morning, by the way. It's like the next day. But also what I wanted to quickly talk about is the Amazing Book Awards, and I'm thinking I'm just going to read all the books and do an ABA reading vlog. So for those of you who don't know what the ABAs are, it's the Amazing Book Awards. They're like a Sussex Book Awards. That's like for schools pretty much. Well, it is for schools. And I did it I started it when I was 12, 13 in the 2013 book awards, and I did it until I was 18, so until the 2018 one. So yeah, I really loved it, and they've tweeted something out today and I like quite retweeted it saying how I love the ABAs and how it really got me back into reading, and they responded with something nice, and I said I think I'm going to do an ABAs reading vlog. So I think I'm going to do it. I was just having a look at the books online. There's 6 books this year. When I did it, it was only 5. So what we did, we read from like May half term until middle of June maybe, but like every Wednesday afternoon we had 2 hours of school time that like what everyone else was doing, like sports and stuff, that if we wanted to do the ABAs we could sit in the library and read. So that's what I did for like 6 years, 7 years. When I was in year 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13, so yeah, 6 years. Every Wednesday afternoon in the summer term I would sit and read in the library, which was fantastic. No, it wasn't May half term, it was Easter holidays. I was going to say, because 5 books in like 3 weeks is not going to happen. Well, for me back then anyway. But so yeah, I'm just going to like talk through the books. I've borrowed a couple from the library, a couple of them on Scribd, and then one of them I can't be able to source for free anywhere, so I might either just get the Kindle edition so it's cheaper, I don't know, because that one I'm actually intrigued by. But the ones that I've reserved from the library are Why Is Nobody Laughing, 16 Souls, and The Lighthouse by Alex Bell, The King is Dead by Benjamin Dean, but I have an arc of that already, and the audiobook's on Scribd. And then I think the other one that was on Scribd, The Butterfly Assassin, can't remember who by. And then yeah, there's one called I've reserved 16 Souls. Which one was it? Oh, it was one called The Stranded, which is literally the one that's on my laptop screen, by Sarah Daniels, which is about a cruise ship that's been abandoned for 40 years. Let's have a look when it is, because I was originally thinking, oh, if I can read all the books and upload that vlog for May 26th, which is when voting closes for the book awards, that would be cool. But Friday the 16th of June might be a more achievable, which is the date of the actual awards, so I might do it for then. Those are the 6 books that are nominated or in the shortlist. So I'm gonna go back to work now, have a little snack. But yeah, I'll catch up with you when I have something more to say, probably when I finish this by this point now. I think I've got like an hour and a half of the audiobook on like ×2 speed, so yeah, I'll get back to you probably on my lunch when I finish this. So it's my lunch now and I have just finished Surprise Me by Sophie Kinsella. I don't know how I'm feeling like rating wise. I feel like it was very on the same vein as Some Kind of Wonderful, which I gave 4 stars, so I feel like I should give this 4 stars. I enjoyed it. And I liked how it wasn't so like romance heavy. Yes, the original idea started, like the book started off with the concept of, you know, surprising each other to keep their marriage alive. However, it didn't it like developed into so much more, and so I really enjoyed it. And there was a couple, like the plot twist, not the plot twist, but like the sort of reveal happened about this far in, like this far from the end. And I was like, kind of like, oh wow, okay, curveball. I just was like not expecting it. And I don't know if it was really that necessary. I mean, I suppose so. It did spark off like the happy ending, if that makes sense. I try not to say anything that would spoil anything, but I was just like, oh, okay, like, wow, sure. But aside from that, yeah, I'd say it was a pretty solid read. I will put it back on my Sophie Kinsella, well, my Sophie Kinsella shelf, the shelf that all my Sophie Kinsella books are on. Yeah, it was just another easy, quick read. It's one of those books where like you don't really lose the plot. So like I accidentally fell asleep to the audiobook last night, lying in bed. And so yes, I had to rewind. If I didn't get it exactly where I did fall asleep, like I can't exactly remember what was the last thing I heard, but I still was able to remember. You wouldn't lose any part of the story, like you kind of know where it's going. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed that it wasn't romance heavy. There was a lot of other relationships that were like at the forefront, so like family relationships. Sylvie's relationship with her mother is very like prominent in this. I am not sure what I will read next. I was going to pick up 5 Years From Now. I don't know if I'm feeling that because I've read these two very close together and I'm missing my thrillers. So I might pick up either the Decagon House Murders, or what else was on my TBR? I can't even remember what was on my TBR. Unfinished Portrait. Light Seekers I might pick up actually, because that has been calling out to me. There's so many books that I bought like in this vlog. Like Who Is Maud Dixon I really want to pick up. I really want to pick up The Plotters like mad. Like I really want Tokyo Express I really want to pick up. And I've also obviously now added on the Amazing Book Awards TBR to potentially this month. This month is going to be mad. And I also need to read ACOWAR. I don't own ACOWAR, but that's my book club book because we've been slowly making our way through them, like two members of our book club, when it's been their turns to pick the book, they've picked the ACOTAR series. I reread ACOTAR for it. I read ACOMAF for the first time. Couldn't tell you a thing about what happened in that book, I'm not gonna lie. I have no memory of it, so I'm gonna have to do some research before jumping into ACOWAR. But yeah, I'll just have to put the audiobook on at some point. I'll let you know if I start something new, if I do, what it is. I don't know what I'm feeling. So the books left on my official TBR for May are Unfinished Portrait by Agatha Christie, 5 Years From Now, Light Seekers and the Decagon House Murders. So I'll pick from one of those and we'll see. I'll catch up with you at another point. I can't be bothered to sit up, I'm literally like laying down working, but I just thought I'd say I haven't picked, that's my point, I haven't picked. I have put up a poll on Twitter and Instagram to say what book should I read next, and I included the Decagon House Murders and Light Seekers. Those are the two books, Light Seekers and the Decagon House Murders. Though I did read the back of the Decagon House Murders upstairs when I did the post, and I'm very intrigued by that one now. And it is in the lead. I think only one vote for Light Seekers on each, like one vote on Twitter, one vote on Instagram, and then the Decagon House Murders is winning by quite a bit. I'm so tired. I can't believe I still have an hour and 10 minutes left to work. Like I'm not falling asleep, but I mean I am laying down, but I'm just tired. I'm going to show you Murphy because he's asleep on the footstool. Okay. You want Murphy boy? Okay. Oh, big stretch. Lovely. This is quite possibly one of the worst angles you're going to see me from. Murphy, do you want to come up here? No, he's not interested. You want to come say hello? Come on then. Good boy. Hello. Hello. The poll is saying currently it's got like 2 hours left. You're not staying? Oh, good. Oh, okay. Hello. So the poll is currently at 83% Decagon House Murders, and I think it's safe to assume that it won't go down enough so that the other one will win. I think it's safe to assume that I can start. You off? No? the Decagon House Murders. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'm just going to start it. I mean, there's 2 hours and like 2 minutes left on the poll, so I think I am just going to start it. I don't think it's going to change that much in the next 2 hours. Maybe. Sorry, I'm putting mud out of your fur. Got a 3-day weekend, and I think I'm going to carry this vlog on until Monday. Goodbye. But yeah, I'm also need to film tonight the little readathon announcement, which you will probably already know about, which is the not readathon, sorry, read along for the Kiss Quotient that I'm doing with Chloe. She's like the main host, and there's a couple of us that are joining her for each book. And so I need to film that tonight or tomorrow morning, but it needs to go up, well, I want it to go up tomorrow evening. And then I also at some point at the weekend need to film my wrap up for the last month. But that was my little update. I just want to start reading another book already, but I think in the meantime I'm going to read The Yellow Wallpaper, which I just saw on Jesse the Reader's channel. He did that weird book recommendations video, and it's literally 30 pages on Scribd. The audiobook is like 35 minutes long, so it'll probably take me 20 minutes to get through, and I don't know, the story was just intriguing, and it's only a short one, sorry. Chat later. So it is Saturday, the day of the coronation. I watched a little bit of it. I'm a bit indifferent with it, to be honest, but I have just started the Decagon House Murders. I am on chapter 4 now, up to page 34. Yeah, I literally sat down for like 10 minutes to read this, so enjoying it so far. It's got a nice, as I would have just shown you, little house floor plan, map. It's really nice, and I've actually been highlighting bits that have like have stood out to me. There's a lot of like nods towards, I say nods, I was gonna say there are a lot of nods towards older crime writers like Agatha Christie, Edgar Allan Poe, but nods, I don't know, they're all named, they've all got nicknames after crime writers. Like here it says, needless to say, the names were derived from the American, British and French mystery writers they all respected so much. Ellery Queen, John Dixon Carr, Gaston Leroux and Edgar Allan Poe. The 2 women were called Agatha and Orczy, the full original names being of course Agatha Christie, the Queen of Crime, and Baroness Orczy, known for the old man in the corner. So all the characters' names in the book, their nicknames are after crime writers, so it doesn't actually say so far, I don't like their real names, but yeah, they've just gone to this island, they just arrived and are settling in to the Decagon house, which is I think the annex building to the main like estate house on the island. The rugby is about to kick off, Saracens versus Bath, and it's the last like game for Sarries like in the main season before the playoffs, the semi-finals next weekend, which I'm so excited for. That's pretty much it from me. I have just edited and scheduled the read along announcement, and I will probably sit down and film another video today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, but my Monday normal upload I still need to film, which is going to be a wrap up, and then this vlog will probably come out next Friday or Saturday, so I'll catch up with you later. Happy Sunday! It is the probably penultimate day of this vlog. Oh, hello. And I am making some solid progress with the Decagon House Murders. Well, I say solid progress. I'm on page 90. I've read 20 pages this morning and it's good. I can't stand one of the characters. Ellery is getting on my nerves, and I just get the vibe that he thinks he's in charge. He's like top dog and he's just a bit like got that attitude, and that's all. It's winding me up. But aside from that, it's good. No one is dead yet, so I don't know how these deaths are going to play out, but I'm sure they're going to kick in as soon, because I'm, you know, nearly a third of the way through yet, and I think 5 people are going to die, because there was a little graphic where it said first victim, second victim, third victim, fourth victim, last victim, the detective, the murderer. So I'm guessing that's what's going to happen. I don't know who the first victim's going to be. Yeah, I'm very intrigued, but I feel like it's going to be very much like And Then There Were None. I think it's going to be a fairly like, not carbon copy, but a very, very similar plot. Like I don't think I'm going to be surprised by anything, but I am enjoying it, and I'm just kind of going into it trying to lower my expectations, because then I'm more likely going to enjoy it if I go into it thinking, oh, it's just going to be another copy of Agatha Christie, if that makes sense. So if I just go into it with like no expectations, maybe I'll be surprised. But I am enjoying it, and I will probably still pick up more from this author afterwards. So far, like, I am enjoying it. The writing is alright, like it's not my favourite writing that I've read. I don't really know what else to say. But with that, I'm going to keep reading. My parents are out. When they get back, I don't know what the plan is, but I'm just going to read until I get back. I was tempted to go shopping today, but I don't know if I can be bothered because it's a Sunday. On that note, I'm going to keep reading, and I'm enjoying annotating it. Where I don't know where my highlighter's gone. Under my foot. With that, I'm going to keep reading. Hey, so it is now Monday afternoon, about 1:30, 2ish, and not that long ago I finished the Decagon House Murders. I kind of binged out the last half of it today. I decided to give it 4 stars. I was originally going to give it 3.5. It took me ages to enjoy it, and when I say ages to enjoy it, literally it was like once the reveal kind of happened, I was like, okay. So literally like this last part was a bit that kind of like boosted my enjoyment. I found some of the dialogue quite irritating, and I don't know if that was just the like translation or just the writing style in general. I will still pick up the next one in the series, which is the Mill House Murders, and I will keep hold of this. I don't know, I feel like I should have gone into it with lower expectations. Yeah, I just felt it was a bit underwhelming until like the last 80 pages. That's when it finally really got going for me. I don't know how to explain it without giving away spoilers, but all the main characters on the island, they have nicknames which are inspired by crime writers. I think that was clever when the reveal came along. I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, if anyone else has read this, you know. If you know, you know. But yeah, I think I'm going to just wrap up the vlog here. I reckon it's probably been quite long, but I did manage to read 4 books in this vlog. I read Some Kind of Wonderful, Gallant, Surprise Me, and then the Decagon House Murders, so I'd say across 10 days that's okay. 4 books is alright. So on the whole, a very productive reading week. Oh, and I also read The Yellow Wallpaper, so that's 5 books in total, even though one was like a short story. So yeah, actually that was alright. Apart from The Yellow Wallpaper, I'm pretty sure they all got 4 stars. I think Some Kind of Wonderful got 3.5. Not a bad reading week. So on that note, thank you very much for watching. Please like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you soon with a brand new video. Bye.